This content is presented by the EA Creator Network. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to be talking all about The Sims 4 for Rent expansion pack, which does release next week. Now, I do need to say a massive thank you to EA for providing me with a code so that I could review it ready for you guys so that you can decide whether this pack is for you or not. Now, this time round, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I usually do like a couple of videos on individual subjects, but this time I'm going to do just one video where I'm just going to sit down with you and talk about the pack and whether I think that it is a good pack or not. So we're going to start off with Cass. I'm going to tell you everything that there is to know about Cass. So within this pack, we do have 4 new aspirations. These are Seekers of the Secrets, 5-star property owner, Fault of Tamarang knowledge, and then Discerning Dweller. Within the traits, we have Child of the Village, Cringe, Generous, and Nosy. Now, the Nosy trait is actually pretty cool because you can do some pretty cool things with that trait. And then we do have, for the first time, we have elder-specific trait, which is Wise. So that is pretty awesome that we've got that. Within the clothing, then, we have got so many different clothing and hairstyles and all sorts of accessories. So we're going to start from the infants. We have 4 tops, 3 full body outfits, 3 bottoms, and 1 new hair. Within the toddlers, then, we have got 1 new hair, which is exactly the same as the one for the infants, 4 tops, 3 full body outfits, and 2 bottoms. Now, the children, we do get 9 new hairstyles, which are absolutely gorgeous, 7 tops, 2 full body outfits, 3 bottoms, and 3 shoes. Now, for the teens and the adults, there are 11 hairstyles, 6 accessories, 29 new tops with 3 unlockables throughout the game as well, which is amazing. Some of these tops are really, really nice. We've got 12 new full body outfits with 1 that's unlockable, 20 bottoms, 3 bracelets, and 6 shoes. Now, I'm just going to showcase a few of these, but I will be going into a bit more of a detailed review of this pack on Monday at 12 o'clock UK time over on my Twitch channel. So if you want to come and see a detailed in-cast and builds and everything about the pack, then you're more than welcome to come to my live stream. The link to my Twitch channel is in the description down below. So moving on to the world and the lot sizes then. So within this expansion pack, the world is called Tamarang, which is absolutely gorgeous. The scenery within this world is, I mean, I fell in love with it. It's actually quite gorgeous. So we have 2 neighborhoods. We have, I'm going to murder these names, the Murasong and the Karsapa, I think it's pronounced, I don't know. But within the Murasong neighborhood, there are 4 lots. There is a 40 by 30, which is a great big park. We have 20 by 20, 30 by 30, and 20 by 15. And then in the other neighborhood, we also have a 20 by 15, 20 by 20, and 3 30 by 20 lots. So there is no 64 by 64 lot within this world, and there is only 9 lots in total. But it really does feel very close-knit, homely. I didn't mind having just 9 lots within this expansion pack, because the whole world does make up for it. There is so much lore to figure out within this expansion pack, and I can't wait for you guys to go and find it. I'm not going to spoil it for you, because I just don't want to do that. I want you to go and find it all for yourself. So let's hop in to the build and buy and talk all about this. Now, there are 5-starred rooms, 1 new lilo that you can sit on. We have some new stairs. There's 3 new railings, 6 fences, 3 gates, 3 columns, 1 spandrel, 2 doors, and there is a whopping 20 windows within this pack. So there's only 2 doors within this, but there is so many bloody windows that you can choose from within this pack. And some of them are really nice. Some of them I'm like, not really sure, but some of them I really do like. There's also a new kettle, Finally, us British people have got a kettle that works within The Sims 4, and you can make some nice teas within this. You can also microwave hot water, which is absolutely phenomenal. I know it's terrible for your health and it's not very good, but we all do it, don't lie. You've always had that cup of tea that's on the side and you've forgotten about it and you've whacked it in the microwave for 30 seconds and you've had that tea. Don't lie, I know you've done it. So we can also do that, but the kettles are awesome. We also have a pressure cooker where you can cook some rice, but we're going to go into the foods in a little bit later on in the video. Within the buy item, we have quite a few nice items. We have a new kitchen counter, which is actually really nice. However, I would have liked to have seen them in a little bit of a lighter color in some of the swatches. But apart from that, I really do like the new kitchen counters. We also have the new toilet, which is standing over the hole. I honestly wasn't aware that this was a cultural thing until my husband took me to Paris one year. And we went to the toilet and I went into the toilet and there was no toilet there. And I was like, I said to my husband, I came back out and I was like, there's no toilet in that room. Where's the toilet? And he was like, Lisa, look on the floor. And I was like, there's just a hole. And he was like, that's the toilet. And then that is when I learned that that is a cultural thing. And I never knew that until then, but that was about 20 years ago. But yeah, so it's nice to see that those cultural toilets are now in The Sims. We have one new hot tub as well, which is really, really cute. I do like that. We have a few plants as well, which is so cool. And we have a lot of grungy, rundown sort of things that you can put on the wall, which is awesome. We also have a water heater. Now, with the water heaters, if you place them on the lot, they will always have hot water, providing that we maintain it. So we can put this in our lot. If we've put this in one of the rented apartments, it will only work for that rented apartment, not the whole lot. It needs to be on a shared unit for that to be able to work for the whole lot. They also have a solar water heater as well. And we also have the electrical fuse box. Just like the water heater, you will need to maintain this. If any of these are in a shared place, like I said, they will function for the whole lot rather than just that one place. So you could have like an apartment building where only one of them has got a fuse box and the other ones haven't. And you can have a little bit of fun with this. It's pretty cool. But there are so much items within this pack. I didn't count exactly how many items, but there is so many awesome decor pieces within this. We have the mini fridge, a kettle, a pressure cooker. There's actually 2 kettles to choose from, and we also have a slim dishwasher as well. We've got 3 new mailboxes. We have like one that's like an apartment one with lots of ones. We have one that's got 3 and then one on its own, which is really nice. And then we have the air conditioning unit as well. But yeah, overall, I really like the buy items. I think they're really, really nice. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about is the new death. So there is a new death within this expansion pack. And I think one of the gurus did release this information over on Twitter. And this is death by mold. So if you put on the lot challenge of mold, you will have the chance of mold growing in your property. It doesn't have to be there. You can absolutely opt out of the lot challenge, but you can absolutely have mold growing in your properties. But if you do this, you can die from it. You can also clean the mold. You can destroy it with fire, and you can deploy the mold be gone bomb, which literally just obliterates all of the mold in the property. Now, if you do decide to let the mold grow, your sim will get very, very sick and they will look very zombified, but they will die from the mold eventually. Now, as a ghost, you can go around and create mold. So if you really want to, you can force your sim to die from mold, come back as a ghost, and literally just be a chaotic ghost and go around the whole of the buildings and just spread mold everywhere, which is pretty awesome. I did like that fact that you could come back as a ghost and do this. But yeah, the new death is so fun to watch, actually. I did have fun watching my sim die. Don't lie, guys. Don't lie. You do this too. You kill your Sims. Okay, so as I said, with the new foods, there is a new pressure cooker, which you can go ahead and cook some rice, which is absolutely amazing. But there are a few new foods. I'm scrolling through some of the new foods that you can see. Some of them are, I just can't pronounce. So you can just have a look on the screen and see there are some really nice foods with this pack. Now, as I said, you can heat water from your microwave. You can also make a cup of tea. The teas are awesome. You can have the world's finest hot water, pitch black tea, calming chamomile, Earl Grey, steamy ginseng, healthy green, builder's tea, and of course the rainbow unicorn galaxy tea, which looks amazing. It comes in a little unicorn cup as well, which is so cute. And it's all like rainbowy inside. I love it. I think this one is probably my favorite tea. I think I'll be making this one a hell of a lot. Within the night market, then, there are a couple of stores that you can go and see. In one of the stores, you can get the pink tassels and the marbles. The tassels and the marbles are a new collectible in game, so you will need to go and find all of those. I think some of the tassels you can actually dig up from the sand. And there is some unlockable clothings as well that you can get from the night market. And there's some new foods that you can get specifically from the night market as well as you can make them at home. But the night market is really, really cool. I do like it. But yeah, it's fun, especially like when you're walking down the town at night and you see all of the lanterns all lit up. And things like that. But I think that you can get 2 new desserts from the night market and 2 new drinks. And there is a couple of other foods as well that you can get from the night market. But it is very, very, very pretty. There is also a new feature that you can do within this expansion pack. And that is you can snoop into other properties and literally break into other people's properties as well. If you do have the kleptomaniac and the nosy trait, you can do some really cool things, break into people's homes and literally steal and swipe everything in sight, which is really cool. You can snoop in people's mail as well as snoop on the neighbors and become that absolute ultimate nosy neighbor. You can spy on your neighbors and learn some secrets from them, and you can confront them about those secrets as well. As I said before, there is so much lore within this expansion pack, and I think you're going to love it. You can set the price of the rental to whatever you want and the length of the lease as well. Now, while I was playing with this pack, I was playing with it for quite a while, and I was this slum landlord that was kind of like starting from nothing and then working their way up to be that 5-star landlord. Once their lease comes towards the end, so say like they've got 1 day left, you can't then just go, okay, I will renew your tenancy or I will decline your tenancy. It literally just renews. Now, I don't know whether that's a bug or whether that will be fixed in the actual pack that gets released, because don't forget, the copy that I play with is not final. But I couldn't see whether the auto new could be turned off, because I was sitting there and I was waiting for the end of the tenancy to come to see what would pop up, and literally nothing, and it just started another new tenancy, which I thought was a little bit on the downside. I was hoping that a pop-up would come up and see if I wanted to renew their tenancy, if the tenants were happy and I was happy, or whether I could just say, no, I don't want to renew your tenancy and not have any comeuppance. Because if you do evict your tenancy unfairly, you can get a negative effect from that. Now, you can add traits and challenges, including the mold challenge that I told you about earlier in the video, to all of the lot. Now, rent agreements and lease tenancies and prices, you can add what they can do within your properties, like they cannot have social events, or they have to be quiet, they're not allowed to have any garbage overflowing, and things like that. And if you do own cats and dogs, You can also have the opportunity to have no pets in the property as well. Now, filling vacancies is really easy and simple. Just head back to your own lot and click the fill vacancy. This will give you the new menu and you can choose who you would like to live in your property. It will give you a list of people that are looking for properties, how much money that they are willing to pay, how many people there are that are looking to move into this property, and how many beds that they need. So it's pretty easy and simple. The downside to the rental units is that there is a loading screen between each unit. Now, this isn't the same loading screen as you would to change lots. It is a shorter version of the loading screen, but it is still a little bit annoying, especially if you've got two properties on the same lot and you want to just transfer and maintain them. So say if you've got the water boiler and the electricity box in one home and the other one in another home on the same lot, you're going to get that short loading screen. But it is a short loading screen. It's not a big, super duper long one. You can go to your property and do maintenance checks and inspection properties. So you can inspect all of the things in the property, like sinks, showers, cookers. Make sure that they are maintained because things can happen. And if you're on your own lot and you'll get a pop-up and say, hey, there's been an explosion, can you come and sort the cooker out, and things like that. So you will have jobs to do by being a landlord. Maintaining the property is always going to start off poor, and then as you progress, you can improve it. So as long as you're going to your properties and maintaining all of the items in there, including the water boiler and the electricity fuse box, this will improve over time. You can also upgrade furniture, but unable to add new furniture, as I said earlier. You will need to evict the tenant before you can do a complete change of the apartment. Units are limited to 6 units per lot. Now, but with a cheat, you can make it up to 100. Now, I will display the cheat down at the bottom here, but it is BB increase rental unit cap on or off. And then you can have up to 100 units per lot. Now, this is across the world. So if you've got 100 units on one lot, you're not going to be able to add any more units anywhere else in that world. So it is capped at 100 across the world. So I have been told. When building a rental lot, you can have rented units and shared spaces. Now, the shared spaces are like lobbies where the whole community can use that space. So you could have a big apartment building that has their own rooms, their own bedrooms, but the shared space is like the living space and the kitchen and the garden. And the only places that you're actually renting is the rooms, so the bedroom, which is also really, really good. Tenants will also ask for help from time to time. There is one job that I got was the haunting. So I had a haunting that I had to go to the tenancy property and get rid of the ghost. Now, you can either do it yourself or you can call a contractor to go and do it for you. So if you're in the middle of doing something and you know that another property has got a problem and it's, you know, you haven't got time to go there, you can go and call the contractor and go and get that job done so that you don't lose any of your stars. By fulfilling this, your landlord rating will go up and your properties will become more desirable and people will want to rent your apartments. Overall, with this pack, The Sims 4 for Rent, I have had a blast playing it. I've been playing it for a couple of weeks now, and I have really sat here and played the game, which is something I haven't done for the longest time ever. And I really, really enjoyed it. To me, it felt like I was playing a complete and utter different game. It felt like this was a Sims spin-off or something, and this was just all about residential and becoming a landlord. It felt like a complete separate game to me. So would I recommend this pack? Yeah, I actually would. It's a really, really good pack. Do I think it should be an expansion pack? Yeah, I do actually. Although there's not a lot of stuff and a lot of the things people may seem to suggest that this could have been a game pack, but I do think that this is an expansion pack because it adds new gameplay to the game, and it is just really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed my time playing with this pack. So yeah, I would 100% recommend this pack. If you, like me, that love management and simulation games and things like that, I really, really did have a good time. So I'm going to be honest and say, yes, I 100% would recommend this pack. I have had a blast with it. For the first time in over a year, I have had fun playing The Sims for the last few weeks, and I haven't been able to say that for a while because I've been so burnt out with it. So this pack has definitely gave me that love for The Sims back again. So I will be playing this live on Twitch on Monday at 12 p.m. UK time. We'll be going in depth. We'll be doing a slum landlord and trying to work our way up to become that great landlord. So if you would like to come and join us, the link to my Twitch channel is in the description down below. But if you do have any questions whatsoever about this pack, please leave your comments down below. You can join the Discord as well and ask questions in there. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. But that is it for this video, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed it. And I hope I have explained the Sims 4 for Rent expansion pack a little bit better for you. But like I said, if you do have any questions whatsoever, leave them in the comments down below. And I hope you have the most wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!